Gosh
damn.
dang. Damn. That is a man.
That is a man.
Yeah. Now you're a man. A man. Anyway, I'm so sorry, everybody. I've
That caught me so off guard. You'll see if anybody's watching this on video that I went to the wrong scene.
The wrong thing, yeah. Because
oh, wait. Alex is singing. Pizza time.
Welcome back, everybody. Our Doom series continues. Thank you for watching Doom 1. That was last week. Now it's Doom 2, which is this week. That was a very bad intro, but Doom Again. Anyway, Doom Again. And that song will be stuck in your head for... That should have been the title of this movie.
Actually, I was Doom Again would have been better than the known title for this was Doom 2 Back in Action.
I know you've had Jailer stuck in your head for like 3 weeks now or whatever it is. Probably a month by now.
Dude, it's so good.
For me, Doom Again, that song has now been stuck in my head for like 3 days. I watched this like 3 days ago.
Not a bad song. Not a bad song.
Doom again and run away with me on a roller coaster ride. Hrithik, man. Hrithik. God dang. Gosh dang. Damn. That is a man.
That is a man.
Yeah. Now you're a man. A man. Anyway, I'm so sorry, everybody. I've
that caught me so off guard. You'll see if anybody's watching this on video that I went to the wrong scene.
The wrong thing, yeah. Because
oh wait. Alex is singing.
Anyway, so Doom, we have given our thoughts on Doom. It is a charming but flawed film. But now we're talking about Doom 2. And I'm just gonna give a quick recap of the movie. This sees our favorite two buddy cops. Favorite is a strong word, I get. Favorite two buddy cops, Mr. Stone Cold Steve Austin himself, Jay, and Mr. Bombastic Ali. I can't think of anything else to say for Ali. I would give it.
Hey, you're on point with those. Those are like perfect.
Yeah,
That's
Stone
exactly
Cold Jay,
Stone Cold Steve Austin, and
Bombastic
Mr.
Ali. Yeah, and Bombastic Ali.
Good.
So yes, we see those two cops return. This time, they're after a mysterious thief who goes by the letter A. Mm-hmm. And you see him pull off this amazing heist at the beginning of the film. I don't know if that was supposed to be the Queen or not the Queen, or if it was just making fun of the Queen. I don't know. But it was a great little scene. Played by Hrithik Roshan. He is here to elevate the series, and he does just that. This film takes us from Mumbai, all the way to Brazil. In fact, it was the first ever Indian film shot in Brazil.
Wow.
First ever, yeah.
Very
Shout
nice.
out Amazon X-Ray. Was a fun fact. First ever Indian film ever shot. Well, I think Indian film or Hindi film? Indian film.
Okay.
Shot in Brazil, which is crazy.
That's pretty cool.
And it's a globe-trotting adventure to catch the thief, Hrithik, before he steals the biggest heist he's ever gotten. Anyway, basically it's the same plot again. Let's get straight into our thoughts. Ed, go ahead and go first.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, I went first for Doom.
All right, fair enough.
Me too.
Well, I'm glad you picked me, because I know if you watched the first video, if you haven't yet, please go watch that.
You're still here and subscribe. We thank you. No, he wasn't mean. This isn't a My Name Is Khan situation.
I thought I did my best job yet for a movie I didn't love, being as quelled as possible. But I
didn't hate it because there wasn't an autistic person in it. So
yeah, exactly.
You would have hated it. That was the case.
It was Doom 3. So this one, so Doom 2.
Yes.
Much better than Doom 1.
Yeah.
100%. I would say I liked this film overall. Definitely some problems that carried over from Doom 1, and that's to be expected. That's fine. Still a lot of like Jay and Ali jokes that I've like that it does better. It rounds it off a little more, but the movie always sort of uses them as a release valve, and that's okay.
Yeah.
At this point, it was fine. I get it. But man, there's so much more to like about Doom 2. One of them being Hrithik is just a more interesting villain even than John Abram. John Abram did a great job. Love John Abram, but at least this time the villain actually had a bigger backstory. The second half of the film has to do all basically about him and like his search for love and this new wonderful character. By the way, another good addition to this film. Two of the female characters here, fantastic. Really quick, what's their names? Who plays Sunri? Sunri, is that her name? And Sean Ali Bose, like they're fantastic. I love them. They're a good addition.
She's great.
They add a little balance to the sort of more testosterone heavy first one, and they're fantastic, especially Sunri and like her relationship with Hrithik. So that is, I mean, for that alone, the whole villain of this movie, that whole story, it's much, much better than Doom 2, and it actually made me watch it all the way through. And there's some great scenes at the end that wrap it up for the villain. I thought were just great. However, I will say, and we'll get into this, there's one thing about this movie that I thought that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in a movie. That is the most ridiculous. Like, I'm offended. I'm offended by why you think I would buy that.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. But I was just like, that is stupid.
Wow. I've never seen that.
That is an offense.
This one,
and
like,
I might have seen it wrong. But you tell me. When I explain it to you, you tell me if I'm going crazy. But anyways.
Well, let's go into my thoughts.
Yeah, I like Doom 2 a lot.
Overall,
it's fun. It's fun. I liked it.
I'll just come out and say it's my favorite Doom.
Okay.
Hrithik is just... I probably shouldn't have said that because now I ruined my Doom 3 a little bit. But
that's okay.
Spoiler alert. Anyway, so yeah, Doom 2 is my favorite Doom. I loved every second that I got with Hrithik. I mean, it starts with the great train heist where he has the Mission Impossible mask because he steals that crown.
Oh God, that queen, bro. That queen, which is, now we found out it was him. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I was like, is that a person?
Yeah.
Dude, is that a real woman?
Wait, like, you can tell when the switch
Jesus
happens because it's so funny because he's such a buff dude that he really can't buff men can't really move their arms. Like they have to stand like this because that's all they got.
Yeah, right, exactly.
There's no room for stretching anymore. There's no fat. So like, and this guy has no fat on him. Anyway, but yes, I loved every moment with Hrithik, and then that song came on, Dhoom Again. And run away with me on a roller coaster ride, stuck in my head. And from that moment, and watching that dude dance on screen, like I was like,
locked.
Damn. Again, like 3 of my favorite Bollywood songs so far are Doom Again with Hrithik, Senorita from. I can't say it anymore.
Yeah,
so I'm not
the long word. Like live twice, once. Live 4 times, whatever.
Yeah. Sorry, but one of the best films we've seen, by the way.
You only live once.
And then Jai Jai from War. That all have Hrithik in them, dude. I loved from that moment. I was like, I'm in. And then like it just takes it up a notch everywhere it goes in terms of the set designs are better, the pacing is better. It's a longer film, but in some ways, I actually felt it was shorter than Doom, believe it or not. I think they do enough with my big critique actually comes for this one with Jay. I do have a big critique for him.
Well, yeah, I'd love to hear that. You mentioned that in the first review, yeah.
And that's like my one massive critique of the film where it kind of just drags it down a little bit for me. But, you know, they tone it down with Ali, and I think Ali's really funny in this one.
Much better.
Yeah, I enjoy him. All the music in this one was better. You said, you already hinted at it, but Shunari, she's a funny girl because she always says funny guy. And it's like really, it works out really well how it all kind of, you know, comes through. And then there's like so much intriguing new things that they added in with Hrithik's disguises. I just really, really liked it. And like, I didn't know where the film was going when we get to a certain point, but they're able to, you know, quickly throw in a new element and keep the film just kind of chugging along at a really great pace. So yeah, I really liked this film a lot. And it's my favorite Doom. by far.
Yeah, and like nobody would blame you for that. In fact, as I was sort of researching for the franchise in general, when you ask people what the best Doom is, I think there's a consensus to say that Doom 2 is the overall favorite and is the best one in the entire franchise. So that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, but I'm glad that it seems like we're both going to be at least agreed on this one, unlike the first one. But yeah, it's easily much more entertaining than Doom 1 overall and less abrasive.
It was the highest grossing Hindi film of all time.
That's crazy, bro.
When it released.
Wow.
And it's still the 12th highest.
It's incredible. See, like that's the thing. Again, it obviously speaks to the sensibilities of the Hindi audience crowd specifically. I won't speak for all Indian films.
I got that wrong.
wrong. Correction.
That's Doom 3.
Doom 3 was the highest grossing Hindi?
At the time.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
It's the 10th highest grossing film.
Was it the highest at the time at least or no? Because this was released 2006, 2 years after the first, and then Doom 3 was all the way back. It's all the way into 2013, so there's a huge jump there.
Doom 3 is the...
But no, I'm sure this obviously made a big splash there as well. But okay, no problem.
My bad.
But okay. No, I mean, what do you want to go first? You want to go into...
Oh, yes. I'm the host of this one. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
So let's start with, I think we should start with critiques first, since we have less critiques, and then we can talk about all the stuff we love.
Okay.
Because I'm going to talk about Hrithik for like 45 minutes. So let's start with critiques. So what is the one scene that made you so angry? That's where I want to start.
Okay, so it's one of the big sequences. It's when they're at wait, what are they trying to steal? What the fuck are they trying to steal? I forget exactly what the item was, but it's when Hrithik is disguised as one of the statues in that area, and he sends over a black little rover to infiltrate that fucking stuff. Okay, tell me if I'm wrong. So if I'm getting this correct, I believe what they were trying to insinuate with that rover is that no one could see it because it was black and it was matched up with the black floor. Is that right? Tell me before I say anything else. Is that right?
I think you're right. Yes. Okay. I know where you're going. Okay. I agree with you. Go ahead.
That was pretty easy. That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in a movie thus far in my life. That is the stupidest, just outlandishly dumb thing to ask of an audience. Hey, do you see how cool this is? No, a dozen guards cannot see this fucking RC car because it's just black on black. There's no physics of light happening. Just don't think about it. What the actual fuck? Like, dude, this franchise is full of shit. This is by far the most insanely dumb thing I've ever been asked as an audience member to ever to just accept.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's just and not even that. Even the fact that, like, how did he get in there? Why does no one see? What, there was just like an open spot for a human statue?
I don't think we can start applying full logic about how we got in there.
I'm just saying.
But to be fair, I will say,
ridiculous, dude.
I agree with you with the rover, because I was thinking, yeah, you're gonna be able to tell there's a rover.
No, it's not even close to reasonable. Yeah. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
in my life. Sorry.
I do think how they started that scene was great. That's where you see him as the statue.
Yeah, that's
and I'm
fine.
Like, yes, that's ridiculous, but it works, and the makeup was good enough, and I was like, yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. That part's fine. But then once you give me the rover, part was the whole scene. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
But where I lost with the rover was like, you know what? I'm okay with it for the track on. Like, okay, that's, you know. But I lost it when it turns into a thing. It climbs up and a fucking big ass hook comes.
No one's seeing this.
And no one sees the hook in the diamond.
No one's seeing this.
Which is funny. Which is really funny.
So ridiculous.
Leads to a very cool scene though. Scene, actually.
Yeah, and there's definitely a lot better scenes. But that was just one of the most egregious in my life. And I'm just like, oh, you fucking lost me here, bro. You motherfucker.
But the movie gets you back.
How dare you? Yeah, for sure. Especially at the end. The end bits are I think is one of some of the best stuff in the entire franchise. 100%. We'll get to that if you want. But that was like my biggest thing. But it was just so egregious. I had to say it. But overall, again, of course, if you want to talk about cons, it's like in a movie about cons, it's like of course, there's some stuff from Doom 1 that's going to carry over, and that for sequels, I actually give it to them, right? There's some things you have to expect. And I'm not going to go into it for this one. Like, there's just some things you expect, they do them, and that's just the movie and the world that you have to be in, and so I won't even mention them. But that for sure was like the biggest one. Other than that, I have a lot of fun things to say. So,
yeah.
Did you have anything?
So, yeah, what my biggest critique with the film is that, and it circles, unfortunately, one of the like really pros of the film. Hrithik, kind of elevates the movie and makes the movie so enjoyable because he's got so many layers to him, and he's so cool. He has that really cool scene in the rain where they play basketball, and he's kind of messing with her.
Beautiful
and
scene.
Then he as he walks away, he throws the ball back and it goes into the swishes right in. And he's always 10 steps ahead of people, and he just makes them really, really cool. When that is compared to Jay, it makes Jay look like a bad cop, like a bad character.
Yeah.
It's the biggest critique I have about the film. Like, Jay just isn't as equally as cool. And like,
you're
I
right.
understand, like, he's a cop. He probably shouldn't be as cool, but he loses some of like the allure of Jay. Like, his character's not thought out well enough, and it really, really, really comes out in this one. And it unfortunately comes out a lot in the third. That's because of another all-time great actor in that movie.
Yeah.
So compared to it, I think it's the actor's acting chops, maybe. And I hope people don't get mad at me for that. I just don't think he's comparable to Hrithik, and it hurts the movie a little bit. It hurts the screenplay, and it hurts the believability of it, and it hurts like. It's harder to buy into Jay being able to figure everything out.
That's a fantastic critique. I love that. And again, it is. It's an offshoot from what I said in the first movie, and it does follow here only because the villain is just so much better. Again, even just leaps and bounds better. You're right, 100%. It's like what when I see Jay, I just never know what to really feel about him. Right. But he's also sort of the pseudo hero, and I'm just like, huh? Like, I don't. My experience with him is just so frustrating, and it does take you out a little bit. You're just like, what?
And then maybe our audience, since you guys are so great at this, like, what would you recommend we watch a movie with him, that actor who plays Jay?
Abhishek Bachchan.
Abhishek Bachchan.
Yeah.
Is there a film you guys would want us to watch that would change our minds on him a little bit?
Are you insinuating that it's like the actor, or is it just the way the character's written, you think?
I think a bit of both.
A bit of both.
Actually.
Okay. I wasn't sure, to be honest with you. I was also on board. I wasn't sure either.
Like, you and I know that, like, it would agree that it's, half of it is the writing, right? But the other half is the presence of the actor. Like, when you see Solomon Khan as Tiger, the writing is there, but he also embodies the character. He is Tiger, that's what you know. And like, when you see Amir Khan and all his roles, they are that character. Like that, you don't see the actor, you see the character.
Right.
In this, it was like, I don't know. Like, and again, I just think there's too many decisions made that, like, well, we're gonna make him this cop that actually has a heart, but we're not going to show any of the heart ever until the very end.
You're right, and I think the big problem is that they clearly, the person that's at the forefront of the story is the villain. They that right, and that's what chugs the entire thing along. He unfortunately becomes second to that, and so. Yeah, you're right. In writing, I'm sure a lot of times you're just like, well, he has to conform to what we're doing with Hrithik. That's just how it has to be. And the writing form is just going to have to follow. And it's not as well thought out. And and again, when you see, especially in this movie, when they start off, like, dude, the villain is like the star. The villain is the star. They really, it's kind of interesting. It's one of the more interesting things about the franchise is that as the second act kind of hits in, you're like, the buddy cops become more like these secondary characters that you're just kind of coming back to every once in a while, just so that the plot can happen. But then most of the story, that stuff that you really want, is with the villain, and so unfortunately that's just going to happen. But it's weird. It's an interesting dynamic because he is the hero though. He's the protagonist. At the end of the day, he's like the one in the last scene. Like, he's the guy. So it's just it's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic. It doesn't always work out, but it's interesting.
it's only doubled down upon on Doom 3.
Oh yeah, everything's
so
doubled down in Doom 3. Yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, other than that, I thought the movie was great. It's still my favorite because of Hrithik, I think. So
100%.
Let's go into things we liked about the film.
Sure.
Screenplay, performances. Where do you want to start? You go.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go with. I do want to talk about the screenplay because I think that's what was, again, it had more thought into it and was much better. Because the first one, who gives a shit, honestly? Like,
yeah,
it's pretty clear. They're stealing shit. They're trying to get it back. It's that simple.
Yep.
In this one, they did a smart move and they made Hrithik have a backstory and this love story in particular with Sunhari. Sunhari? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I forget how it's.
But I think it's Sunhari.
Yeah. You know, the fact that she's like working originally with Jay and Ali, and then it kind of turns because she kind of falls for him because she's also a thief, and then dude, that gun scene at the end, what a scene! That is probably the best scene in the entire franchise, maybe for me, just in a filmmaking level, right?
Probably agree. With
definitely, arguably one or two. Like it's a fantastic scene where they're playing Russian roulette with each other, and Hrithik's trying to figure out her allegiance to him, and it's great. You know, they're both vulnerable, but there's also this hint of danger. It's like someone and kind of it's really rough what he's asking of her in that scene. It's rough.
Yeah. You're just
and it's this fucking tense moment, and it's great. The editing's fantastic in that, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful conclusion to a resolution to their story, and that was easily the most interesting scene in the entire movie.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what made the whole movie kind of worth it, was their story, and how it unraveled. 100%.
Yeah, like I said, when I think the story kind of kicks into like really good gear and finds its like good footing when Hrithik meets her. When they're
100%.
stealing out that saber from the castle, and he meets her in the vault.
Whole sequence is great.
There's this great back and forth, and then there's this, and then she tries to run away with it, and obviously he catches her because he's the goat. So yeah, it's just they definitely made the right decisions to put story thought into the villain.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, here's the villain, dislike him, or they're going to catch him.
Right.
And then at the end, they're going to be like, we respect him.
They learned their lesson from the first one. And I'll say this, it could have been easy to had given the story beats to Jay as a protagonist. Right. But I think it was smart to make it more about the villain. I think that makes a lot of sense. And let's be
fair. Boring.
And here's the thing too, right? It's like these criminals are like low level. I mean, they're thieves. They're not like trying to destroy the world.
Right.
So
exactly.
Like it's not fun to see a thief like meet their demise in a sense, right? Like most of the time they're stealing because either they don't have money or whatever. They're just kind of doing it for a little bit roundabout, more or less good reason for themselves, as personal as it is. So I thought it was smart. Oh yeah, you should give like a big backstory to this type of criminal, which is not typical, right? Like this is basically a thieves action film, and I thought that was smart, and they run with it. So it was good. It was a good move.
Yeah. So I completely agree that whole backstory made the movie as great as it is. One of my favorite things about the film was I think they doubled down on the chase scenes a little bit more even this time. Yeah. And then the chase scene where he is running away from your favorite scene in the movie with the roller on the ground, the robot that you can't see. But when he's running away, he just pulls out roller blades and he's blading through the whole damn city of Mumbai. And it's a very, very cool scene. And like, there is a lot of practical crap in that scene. It is to be applauded for. Like, he roller skates under a truck at one point. Like, it's all really, really well done, well executed, and somehow, some way, almost all of it is believable. And you're kind of like, well, damn, that's kind of cool how they pulled that off. So that, I think, was my favorite, like, action scene, just the whole rollerblading scene. And then, like I said, I think I really liked, I forgot her name. Sunhari, I liked her character a lot. She really helped elevate
I think
the
she's
film.
definitely the best character in the film, 100%. Like, she's a bit of...
character.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. But but she again moves the plot though. That's the thing. She's vital to the story.
Very
She's
true.
absolutely vital. She's the heart, and she moves it. And the movie wouldn't be anywhere near as interesting without her. That's my point. But of course, Hrithik is obviously the best character.
Again, the more I think about it, again, like I hate to harp on this point, but like you don't if you spent the right amount of time in the first one, instead of being so like heavy-handed with the comedy, and you gave us reason to believe why Jay is this amazing cop, then this movie's so much better. It's even better.
Right.
Because there's that great scene where Hrithik gives him a coin, and it's like a coin like his dad used to give him. And like they meet and they match wits, and that scene works really well. But when you start to think about the scene, you start to like take it in and like critique it, I guess. You start to go, well, wait, why are these two equals? Why really are these two equals? Because you telling us they are? Because what we've seen so far is Hrithik, and he's how good he is at everything. You haven't given us that with Jay. He just kind of knows everything. There's a bit of a difference. But what were some of the other things you liked about the film? The second one.
Yeah, I would say you already went over the sword sequence. That was easily one of the best. Sorry, hold on. Someone's making coffee. Hold on.
It's okay. You can make coffee.
How much sounds to deal with today?
Is it like steam or something?
No, I think she's like grinding up some stuff.
Grinding
very
coffee.
loud. Sorry. Okay, so good things.
Yeah. What else did you want to talk about? What are the good things?
I mean, no. Look, I don't know. I think I covered everything good that I liked about this movie. Overall, again, it really was Hrithik. That whole thing is all I really.
It's all we can talk about.
It's the movie. Yeah, because it is the best part. It is the best part because everything else kind of falls into like you could interchange anything that happens in Doom 1 and Doom 2 with like the scenes with Jay or Ali because they're the same. Like they're balanced out better, but essentially they work the same way. They work the same way in that movie as they do in this one. So whatever they're great in their moments and that's fine. But yeah, it's really just all about Hrithik. That's all I have to say. And I want to say one thing I thought was really funny, just because I love pointing ridiculous plot details, is that I like the first scene with the sand, with the train, and they're in the desert, right? But there's this moment where he pulls out a skateboard or a sled,
like
board.
a snowboard for the sand.
Oh, but whatever, sandboard, whatever, sandboard, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And he flips off the train.
Okay.
He somehow gets latched onto the train with it, so he's sandboarding, right?
Yeah.
Why did he have to do that? He could. His whole goal was to get off the train, so just let go.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
I didn't think I made any sense either. I got another continuity.
He gets back onto the train, in fact, and I'm like,
and then locks the guy off, and then gets off.
I'm like, what is the point of that? Just like, what?
I got another one for you. When Jay and Hrithik are having their final battle, and Jay still has his sunglasses on, in the reflection of the sunglasses are the motorcycle. He's standing up, the motorcycle's off, like blown up, and he's standing up, and the reflection of the motorcycle is in his sunglasses.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, no, I noticed it, and I started laughing really loud. I was like, clearly someone didn't do coverage that day.
That is fantastic.
I was like,
that's really funny.
That's really funny.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of the last scene, actually, let's talk about that really quick. The way that the movie ends. Did you like that?
I did like it. Again, it doesn't make a ton of sense. You're on your camera. There we go.
There you go.
It doesn't make a ton of sense to me based on like the Jay that we've been given, but I liked it. I like how it ended. I mean, you can tell from a mile away he's faking his death. But I can appreciate how it all worked.
Right. So you like Jay's decision, but you just it's whether or not it
the logic behind the decision doesn't
his character.
Yeah. But because with his character it doesn't follow because all he does is ever catch his guy.
Right.
But and like you can see there's moments where they gain mutual respect for each other, and that's really nice. But still, I was just kind of like,
No, there's a piece missing as to like
But
why
yeah,
did you end up just letting them
yeah,
go?
yeah, it's
The
weird.
whole point of the movie was for you to catch him, and at no
Right.
point did we go,
So
"Oh, you had a change of heart. You understand where he's coming from."
right,
There's no
right.
scene like that. It was a nice ending.
Nothing.
I liked it. If they just built it off more, I would have been like, "Oh, that's really okay. That makes sense." But
No,
yeah, if
none of
there
that.
was that, I mean, yeah, I liked
Yeah,
the ending. It was sweet.
yeah,
That makes you go,
uh,
"Oh, he has a heart. Oh, he
yeah.
doesn't always just catch. He's reasonable in
He's
a way."
letting him go. Like like for him to say, "Oh, okay, I get it." Like he waited 6 months, they didn't do anything, so he's believed they've changed.
The
So
fact he
I'm cool.
waited six, this is what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. He is trying to nail this guy as quickly as possible. And then all of a sudden, he's
Yeah,
waiting he's just watching him for
yeah.
half a year. Insane. What
But
kind
all
of
he's sitting on a
sociopath
beach
does
in
that?
Brazil. Yeah.
That's a
Uh,
sociopath. Like, I don't get
Also,
it.
I love how it says somewhere in Fiji. There's no buildings like that in Fiji. Like that was still Brazil. You should have just that is another one that kind of bugged
That's
me
a
out.
great
Same with
point.
your jumping off and then getting back on the train.
Yeah,
I was like,
what?
well,
What do you
that
mean
really does look like
somewhere?
we should have used some bad green screen.
That
instead.
building has an address.
Yeah, that ain't Fiji, bro. That ain't Fiji. We
That's
know
a
it.
great point.
I
Someone
know
just
it's
didn't
not
know what
Fiji.
to put. They're just like,
No, yeah,
what's in
yeah,
Fiji?
yeah. That's what happened. The director at the end of it was like, "Fuck, we can't have them still in Brazil.
Oh
That wouldn't
my
make any sense.
god.
Put somewhere in Fiji,
Dude, that is
which, by the
such
way,
a brilliant point.
is nowhere near Brazil. Like he would have to be. You know how far Fiji is away from.
Actually, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't
Oh my
know.
god,
It's just nowhere
It-
near. I assume so.
nowhere near.
That is
Nowhere near.
freaking God, that is so funny, dude. That is
Yeah.
so funny.
That
Somewhere
part.
in Fiji, get the fucking address of the place. It's a tourist destination. What the fuck do you mean somewhere in Fiji?
That bugged me. But other than that,
Dude, that is
Um,
amazing. That's actually
yeah.
amazing. That is
Dude.
like one of my favorite new behind the scenes
The-
fuck ups
yeah,
I've ever
yeah.
heard. That is so good. God
so,
damn it,
yeah.
that is so funny.
Yeah.
Holy
so other
shit.
than that, what else do we got?
I'm never that's not gonna get out of my mind soon, bro.
I thought the scene, just really quick, the scene where he like reveals himself to Jay at that party before the dance sequence. He's walking toward Jay, and there's that great scene. Like you see all his disguises. Like
Oh
it
yes,
was, like,
yes, yes.
It's a quick crossfade.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, that's
that
really
scene too.
effective. That's really
Yes.
effective to point out that, hey, it's clicked. He knows. Now we all know. We're all on the same page. That was a very, very quick but effective scene.
I
Worked
agree.
out.
I like that. And to speak to Hrithik, and he is a bit of a what do you call it? He's a con man. Like, so that's what it is. He uses disguises throughout the film. He's having fun, and it really does show his like versatility. Then we see him in You Only Live One. Sorry, I keep forgetting the name of that. Zendaya, whatever. But that film, and like I fell in love with him in that film because he can actually act. You kind of see that here, like the inklings, like, oh, he's not just like an action stoic guy. Like he can play these roles that are where some of them are a little funnier, some of them are a little serious.
3 different versions of him.
Yeah, and he never overplays any of them either.
Oh,
he really settles into them really nicely. He plays a father. He as a priest. He plays a nerd in the theater. Like just like random nerd, and just all these great.
Also, he can move, man. He can move.
He knows how to dance. Oh,
damn.
Okay, hold on. I found out something about Hrithik. I don't want to go ending this thing without talking about it. Everyone in India knows this already, I'm sure. I didn't know this till this movie. I don't know how I missed it this whole time. Did you know that Hrithik has 2 thumbs on one hand?
Yes.
You knew that?
I told you that.
When did you tell me that?
When we did our war review.
Get the fuck out. I don't remember that. For real?
Yeah. He has 2 thumbs.
Okay, I'm sorry. I must have
On his
not
right
been paying
hand, I think.
attention.
Yeah.
Holy
you see
shit.
it sometimes, yeah.
Oh, I saw it all throughout this whole movie. This is the first time I saw it. And and I was like, there's no way he hides that. So I was like, whoa. I was almost freaking out. I was like, wait, what the fuck is that? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh no, he has a double thumb on one hand. I was like,
Yeah,
that's cool.
2 thumbs. That's cool, yeah.
That's fucking sick. I was just, I don't know. I was just so taken aback. I thought I was seeing like some optical illusion. And then I looked it up. I was like, oh no, he has this like interesting deformity on his right hand. He has 2 fucking thumbs. I was like, that is wild.
Yeah,
and it's so
maybe I didn't
rare.
tell
It's
you.
like super
Look,
rare.
I noticed it.
I think I
in
would've remembered
war
that, bro.
At one point, I
swear.
noticed it at war at one point.
You did?
He like
Okay.
shook somebody's hand, and I was like,
If anybody
Okay.
remembers our war review, tell me, because I would have remembered that. I was like, holy shit, is that 2 thumbs? Like, that's fucking wild. That's cool. Anyways, I don't know anybody in the world. He's the first person I know who has that. So I was just like, whoa, that's sick. Anyways,
Yeah.
Hrithik.
All right. Cool.
Very cool.
Well, on Hrithik's 2 thumbs, we'll bring our
3, technically.
review to an end. I think we got everything.
I think we did.
Anything else you want to say about Doom 2? So much better than Doom 1.
So much better than Doom 1. Can't wait to talk about Doom
Favorite.
3.
Yeah, my Doom 2, my personal favorite by far. I loved it.
Very nice.
Please like and subscribe if you've made it this far. I probably should have said that at the top. I'll put a button in the video. Be great. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing. See you guys in a few.
Dick shit.